Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to a very special video. I've never done a video like this, but I am extremely excited. We are going to be ranking the best and the worst vertical jump exercises. Guys, we have our plyometric exercises. We got our strength work. We got our power work. God damn, there's a lot of exercises. Guys, I'm excited. And I hope you are too. Before we get started, make sure that you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section for a free vertical jump training program. And as of right now today, if you sign up for any of our advanced training programs, the first month is free. Link will be in the description below. Let's get started. We have 5 categories. The top tier category is this exercise needs to be in your program. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be very stingy about the exercises that I put in this category because there's not really that many exercises that need to be in your program. You could do other exercises in their place. So I'm stingy with that category. Then we have extremely effective, very effective, effective, and meh. So here we go. Let's get started. What do I want to start with? I don't want to start with band good mornings right here. That sucks. Box jumps. Let's start with box jumps because that's a very popular vertical jump exercise. Box jumps are, in terms of increasing your vertical jump, you're all going to hate me right away. I swear. I don't care. Meh. Guys, box jumps, I'm sorry. Box jumps are meh. When it comes to increasing your vertical jump, do you want to dunk? Do you want to dunk? Well, then listen to me. I've been training guys for years. Pro athletes, college athletes, D1, D2, D3. Box jumps are meh when it comes to increasing your vertical jump. What they are good for is minimizing the force of the eccentric landing, because when you jump onto a box, you don't have as much force in the landing of the jump. So I love box jumps. I use box jumps a lot, but when it comes to increasing your vertical jump, box jumps are meh. I got to go quicker than that because we got a lot of exercises here, guys. Band good mornings. Band good mornings are effective. Band good mornings are going to be a post-chain exercise using a band. Not much more to say about that. This is a little bit of like hypertrophy work. It can be power work if you do these explosively. I wouldn't say it's very effective. That's another thing, guys. That is another thing. Some of these exercises are going to be more effective for some of you than others. Obviously, a beginner is going to get a lot more from all of these exercises than somebody who's been training for 5-10 years. If you are very strong and you can produce a lot of force, but you can't produce that force quickly, then plyometrics are going to be more effective for you. If all you really do is play basketball and you do some plyometrics, but you don't do anything else, then adding some strength work might send your vertical jump through the roof. All right, let me quit yapping. Band resisted squat jumps. I'm going to put that at very effective, and I might move some of these around. Let me see, back squat. I'm going to put this at extremely effective. Back squat is going to be extremely effective for you to increase your vertical jump. I'm not going to say it needs to be in your program because I guess nothing really needs to be in your program except a couple of these that I have in mind. Back squat though, if you didn't do back squat and you did rear foot elevated or you did trap bar and you never touched a back squat, you're still going to be able to increase your vertical jump. That's why it's not in the top category. And let me just say this here, you need to be moving the weight fast. The intent is going to be very, very important for a lot of these exercises. Banded walks. So here we have monster walks. We have lateral side steps. We have, half circle walks, half moon walks. I'm going to put those as effective. Glute medius work is important. Glute work is important. Some accessory work that you should be doing. Bounding, extremely effective. You should be definitely adding bounding into your program. And guys, another thing is that if you have knee pain, you shouldn't be doing any of these. Fix your knees first. So I'm going to assume that the athletes that I'm talking to don't have knee pain because you should not be doing bounding if you have knee pain. So fix your knees first. Broad jumps. So I'm going to say very effective. Calf raises. If I were John Evans, I would be here. I'm going to say extremely effective. Guys, heavy calf raises, they're extremely effective. I'm going to keep it there. Deadlift, I'm just going to put it up here with the back squat. Very similar. Core training, I'm going to say it's effective. Depth jumps, extremely effective. Drop jumps, similar to depth jumps. So let me put them here real quick. Depth jumps, you have a longer ground contact time. You're dropping off of a box. The goal is to get as high as you can. Drop jumps, shorter ground contact time. The goal is to get off of the ground as quickly as possible. I think depth jumps, when it comes to increasing your vertical jump, are a little more important. They're going to be a little bit better. I'm going to put drop jumps at very effective. Dumbbell box jumps, I'm going to say they're effective. Once again, you're minimizing the force of the landing with the box, but now you're holding dumbbells, so it's more like a power exercise. We're higher on the force velocity curve. See, a lot of these exercises are different, so this is very tough. Dunks, if you're a basketball player, dunks, and I'm going to assume that most of you are basketball players. Dunks, these need to be in your program. You got to be doing dunks. The best way to jump higher is to jump. If you're trying to dunk a basketball, the most specific thing that you could do is dunk. So the first top tier exercise is going to be dunks. Explosive step ups. This is where you use a box. You're kind of doing a step up, but you're exploding at the top. It's body weight, or you can use light dumbbells. Explosive step ups, very effective. Front squat, I'm just going to put up here with back squat. It's a little bit more quad dominant, but it's going to be similar. Front squat, I like back squat better. That's just my preference for vertical jump and in general, but I am going to put front squat here, compound exercise, etc., etc. Hang cleans, got to be up here. Great power exercise. Hang high pulls, extremely effective. High object touches. High object touches are the number one exercise that you can be doing. Listen to me. Listen to me. We got a lot of exercises here. We got a lot. How many are there? There's like 30. 40. High object touches are the number one exercise, better than any other exercise on this list. High object touches. Nathanael Morton, what in the hell is a high object touch? You're jumping as high as you possibly can to try to touch something. It could be a vertex. It could be a rim if you can't touch the rim yet. It could be touching as high as you can on the backboard. While dunks are more sport specific and more specific to your goal and what you're trying to do, high object touches are just more raw power. They're going to get you more raw inches on your vertical jump. Stop playing with them. High object touches are number one. High pulls. Right here. So guys, I'm like, I know I'm speeding through these, but like, let's look at it. Where's power cleans at? Let me get power cleans. Here they are. So power cleans. We have power cleans, we have hang cleans, we have high pulls, and we have hang high pulls. These are all power-based exercises. You are hopefully going as heavy as you can, but you're also being explosive on these exercises. These are explosive in nature, but your power clean is from the ground. Your high pull is from the ground. Your hang clean and your hang high pull, you are using the bar in a hang position. So the difference between these is that hang cleans and hang high pulls work the stretch shortening cycle a little bit more. Regardless, all of these are going to be extremely effective. Hip thrusts. Hip thrusts are going to be either very effective or extremely effective. Nope, I'm keeping it very effective. Hopping variations. Very effective, or extremely effective, I'm sorry. Hurdle jumps. I'm sorry, but are extremely effective. Once again, fix your knee pain first. If you have knee pain and you do hurdle jumps, prepare to have more knee pain. Hyperextensions. I could have put this on this list. I made this list, guys. I made it, so I put it there. Hyperextensions, I'm going to say, are effective. Jumping rope, stop playing with them. Jumping rope is going to be effective, especially if you're a beginner. And there's going to be somebody who comments in the comment section, I jumped rope and I went from touching the net to doing an East Bay. Jumping rope is definitely going to help you increase your vertical jump, but I'm sorry, if box jumps are down here, I got to put jumping rope down here. It's just a bunch of sub-maximal jumps. It's low-level extensive plyometrics for a long period of time, sub-maximal jumps. I'm sorry, it's not going to increase your vertical jump that much. I'm keeping it at meh. Kettlebell swings. I'm going to put it at very effective. Kettlebell swings are very good, but I can't put it at extremely effective. And I don't want to put it down here with all these Buster Browns. Lateral bounds. Yep, I'm going effective for lateral bounds. I feel like dumbbell box jumps are they're better. Dang, bro. No, I'm moving it up. Lunge jumps. I'm going to put them in very effective just because it's our deeper range of motion jumps. And I do think some of those are important. Lunge jumps, I'm going to put very effective. Definitely not extremely effective, but max jumps from a lunge position, that's a good thing to do. Medicine ball throws. I think medicine ball throws are effective. Do I think they're very effective? Not really. Mobility work is effective. If I put core training here, I got to put mobility work here. I don't think mobility work is going to get you as much gains as like all of these, strength exercises and plyometric exercises in this category. However, mobility work is very important. Nordic curls, knees over toes guy, we'll put them up here. Well, guess what? I ain't knees over toes guy. Nordic curls. I wanted to put it here, but I'm going to let it live. I'm going to put it very effective. Pistol squats. I'm going to put pistol squats up here. Pistol squats are going to be a great exercise to increase your single leg force production. So I'm going to keep it here at extremely effective. I think a lot of these exercises here are better than pistol squats, but I don't think, well, dang, bro, we got band resistant squat jumps. Should that be? Dude, this is hard. This is harder than you guys think. I'd like to hear your list. Leave a comment down below about how I'm fucking this list up. But I'm just looking at which single leg exercise is going to allow you to, give more force production than a pistol squat. The only other thing would be an RFESS, which is right here, which I do think is better than a pistol squat. But like, guys, it's harder than you think to make this list. Pogo jumps. I mean, you could compare them to hurdle jumps. I'm going to leave them here for now just because I'm brain dead at this point. Power skips, I'm going to put as very effective for now. RDLs, they're going to be like, they're good, but like, are they going to, like, they're not really going to be extremely effective. They're just extremely effective. So I might go through this last category at the very end. Repeated box jump. I like this. It's a reactive exercise. I'm going to say very effective, especially if you get to the point where you could do it on a higher box. Reverse hypers, just going to put here in the effective category. Seated box jumps, I'm going to say, are very effective. It's a great, concentric only movement that's going to be good for power production. Single leg box jumps, I'll put single leg box jumps in effective. They're a little better than box jumps just because it's single leg. So I will put them one higher. Single leg RDLs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put single leg RDLs in the very effective category. And I'm going to move RDLs into the very effective category as well. Sled pushes and pulls. I'm going to put sled pushes and pulls in the extremely effective category. Sprints. I'm going to say this needs to be in your program. Sprints need to be in your program, and here's why. You've heard of the force velocity curve. At the bottom of the curve is maximum velocity, and there is no exercise where you improve maximum velocity more than you do with sprints. So I am going to put sprints as this needs to be in your program. Squat jumps. I'm going to put squat jumps as very effective. Stair jumps. I'm going to put stair jumps as very effective. Stair jumps are like box jumps on steroids. You are minimizing the force that you get from the eccentric landing. Stair jumps are going to be very good for you, and you could do many different variations. You could do single leg stair jumps, double leg stair jumps. You could do dumbbell stair jumps. You can do a lot with stair jumps. I think stair jumps are very effective. I just don't think that they are the best plyometrics that you could possibly doing. Like, they're definitely not as good as bounding. They're not as good as hopping variations. They're not as good as depth jumps. And by as good, I mean that they're not going to cause a stimulus in your body like a depth jump or bounds or a hop would that is going to force your body to adapt. So that is what I'm thinking about with all of these exercises. Which exercises are really going to force your body to adapt the most? Sprints, that is going to force your body to adapt. Dunks, that's the motor pattern of what you're trying to do. It's going to force your body to adapt. High object touches, jumping as high as you possibly can, forcing your body to adapt. So I am going to put those in the very effective category. Static stretching, meh. And here's why. It's not as good as mobility work. I would argue that mobility is more important than static stretching. By static stretching, I mean just pulling on your muscles for 60 seconds at a time. Static stretching is going to be meh. It's really not going to do that much for your vertical jump. Mobility is going to do a lot more than static stretching will, especially if you have, tight joints and you need to improve your mobility. Step ups. Step ups are good because you got your front step ups, you got your lateral step ups that challenge ankle inversion, you got your crossover step ups that challenge ankle eversion. Step ups I am going to put down here in very effective just because I'm stingy like that. I don't like to share my Cheerios with anybody. Tib raises, stop playing with me. Meh. Meh. Tib raise movement. I did 1,000 tib raises a day and I increased my vertical jump by 10 inches. Bro, stop playing with me. Tib raises, meh. Trap bar jumps. Definitely extremely effective. At this point, this is a long video, so extremely effective trap bar jumps are going to be good. I'm going to move band resisted squat jumps up. I have to, because I don't want to move trap bar jumps down, but like band resisted squat jumps, I'm going to keep it here. Tuck jumps, meh. We're with box jumps there. Tuck jumps are not going to do a whole bunch to increase your vertical jump. We're putting tuck jumps at meh. Walking lunges, I'm going to say very effective. Wall sits, who the hell put this in here? I made this list. Wall sits are going to be meh. Isometrics are important, but when it comes to increasing your vertical jump, this is great. If you're a beginner, might get you a little bit of gains, but wall sits definitely going to be meh. Weighted lunges, what the fuck? We had walking lunges and weighting lunges. I'm going to say those are the same shit, so I'm going to keep it like this. I'm sticking with this. I'm not selling out. I think that this is my list right here. And once again, this was so hard to make because every athlete needs something different. A beginner would get something different than somebody who's been training for years. Somebody who can produce a lot of force but can't produce that force quickly might need some of these plyometrics, and that would be more effective than them just doing some of these strength exercises. So this is a very, very hard video to make. However, this is my tier list for the best and worst exercises that are going to help you increase your vertical jump as much as possible and dunk a basketball. Comment jump for that free jump program, and make sure that you check out my advanced training programs. When you sign up, you get your first month free. And I do have a new program out. It's called Beyond the Rim, Strong and Bouncy. So this is going to get you extremely strong, but help you jump as high as you can possibly jump. Probably the best program that I've created to date. But yeah, check that out, and you do get the first month free to that program as well. But I love you all. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.